You can imagine yourself snorkeling back there with the turtles. And just bringing that into, because our bodies don't know the difference between reality and imagination. So I could take you all on a journey and ask you to close your eyes, and we could all imagine our favorite place on the planet, and we can change your heart rate accordingly. We can change your respiration rates accordingly. You're all with me on this, right? Guided visualizations, those kinds of things. By the same token, I could take you on another journey that talks about there's a really big Mack truck coming down the road at you, and you need to be able to do something. That's going to give you a different experience. This is about creating an experience that you want to have and you want to be able to repeat often, because it's something that's going to nourish you. And that's the intention with it, all right, is to create that place of nourishment. And I am just going to close the door one. We'll leave one open. All right, so when I first started doing this one, you heard about my accident this morning, and in 2004 is when I had that accident, or right, pardon me, 1994 I had the accident. 2004 I decided I should change my picture, and I really needed to get off my butt, quit feeling sorry for myself, and do a triathlon. Okay, because that's what I thought I should do. Now you got to recognize my personality is a little bit of an all or nothing kind of girl. Okay, and I make a decision I'm going to do a triathlon. Just one teensy-weensy little problem. I don't swim, okay? I float really well. I know how to float in a lounge chair with a drink in my hand. I know how to float on an air mattress. I know how to float in the water when I get dumped off of the watercraft, because I do have flotation devices. But swimming laps, yeah, not so much, all right? So being a good strategic type of person that I am, I thought, oh, let's take lessons, all right? I had no idea that going back taking lessons as an adult is incredibly embarrassing. All right, it really is. The second part with that is I am now swallowing copious amounts of pool water, all right? I can't seem to find the way to breathe, turn, coordinate, and get all that going at the same time. Because, I'm used to floating. Floating's good. So my swimming instructor, bless his heart, and he did say this quite seriously to me, and I appreciate that he was using it as a form of motivation. But his stance was, Janice, you need to keep your mouth shut. Unless you're physically got your head turned all the way up, don't breathe. Well, I would be turning my head up and gulping like a fish, right? And then I'm like coming up, sputtering, choke, 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 choke. And so his motivation was, Janice, we had the kids class in here just before you. Now, you all are catching on a little quicker than I was that day, all right? And I'm like, what? And he's like, they all pee in the pool. Sufficiently motivated I am now, okay? I don't think I breathed for the entire 25 meters. And I get to the end and I'm like, trying to get some air into my lungs because I'm terrified now of taking any water into my mouth, okay? So this is me in triathlon, because really drowning in part one of a triathlon is really going to screw you up for part 2 and 3. Okay, it just is, all right? It was a beautiful opportunity, though, to realize that I discovered I was really just an Eeyore in Tigger clothing.